Alright, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and we are back in the 5.7 beta. Keep in mind, everything you see here is subject to change when the update goes live in the next couple days. However, I decided, you know what? I wanted to bring you guys a little bit of gameplay, of first impressions on this character right here, the Syrian Sunbird. Because honestly, I think he's one of the most unique characters that we'll see in 2020. Yes, a bold claim to make, even though the year is literally only a couple days in. I definitely feel like he's going to be a character for you to remember when the year finishes. And if we get more characters like him, he's basically just going to be the pioneer. He's basically going to be ushering a new age in Marvel Future Fight. I think this guy's potential is actually quite amazing. And when I seen what he was supposedly going to do when he came to the game, I told you guys he could be one of the most dangerous PvP characters we've seen to date. And it turns out that's actually very, very close to being true. And unfortunately, or fortunately for us, we are not actually going to be able to experience just how destructive a character like this can truly be when it comes to PvP in Marvel Future Fight. What am I rambling on about? Let me show you guys exactly what I mean. This guy's 4-star passive is one of the most dangerous 4-star passives we've seen in the game ever, right? It's up there with passives that you see from tier 2 natives like Jean Grey, Thanos. It's up there with the passive that Colossus now has in his Phoenix 5 uniform. Having this guy on your team when you're using the Warriors of the Sky, that is the only limitation here, will make it so that he revives his allies when they die, even if he's dead. Which means if you have this guy on your team, you basically have 6 lives if you're using a team of 3. That is a very, very, very powerful 4-star passive. One of the strongest 4-star passives we've ever seen, ever. And honestly, it could only get more powerful if he was bringing them back at full HP, or if it could be applied to everyone in the game. I'm telling you guys, like when I was testing this thing out earlier, it was actually just quite comical because I thought, you know, there's no way. Let me put him against Corvus here to show you guys. I thought to myself, there's no way this is gonna work the way how it's listed to work. Like, this kid's passive is truly unbelievable, right? It's perfect for new players. It's perfect for everyone. And if any of these Warriors of the Sky end up being meta for PvP, which I don't think they are going to end up that way, but like, look at that. Wake up, Blue Dragon. It's not over for you yet, right? If any of these Warriors of the Sky shall end up being a PvP character, it is actually going to be quite comical. And let me actually bring him out and let him die first, just to show you guys that even if he's dead, he's still going to revive his other teammates. It's actually just quite laughable, to be honest with you, right? It's the ultimate cheat code, if you will. Get back up and die again. And ladies and gentlemen, it's still not over. I shouldn't have used Blue Dragon's lead, but I just want you guys to see how powerful this thing truly is. Can you come kill me? Can I die? Okay. Now wake up and do my bidding. You see what I'm saying? You basically have 6 lives when this guy is on your team. Like, that is really freaking OP. I don't know about you guys, but that alone, to me, makes him a character worth having for future content. It's basically future-proofing your roster, because even if none of these characters, right, the Warriors of the Sky, end up being PvP meta, a passive like this will always be useful for future high-level content, right? So because of that, I personally think any of you guys out there who are free to play, when you get him, because you will get him even though he is a monthly bioselector character, you will get 10 biometrics for the character, which will unlock him for you at 1 star. Do not hesitate. to bring this guy up to tier 2 at some point. I'm not saying you have to do it immediately. I'm just saying he's actually a character worth having. And the cool part is you don't even need, right, to get into tier 2 to get this effect. It's literally his 4-star passive. So you could just get him to 4-star and leave him there indefinitely, and you will effectively like make it so that any character you use when you're using the other members of the Warriors of the Sky, whatever combo you're using, you get extra lives. Crazy, man. The only problems I have with him so far is, one, he's a physical based character that does elemental damage, so that kind of bursts my bubble a little bit, because that means I cannot use him effectively against Ebony Maw, because Ebony Maw has really high physical defenses, so that kind of sucks. However, since he's a speed type, that helps. I can use him against Corvus without worry, and we can also use him against Proxima as well. It's going to be interesting to see how high he can do against those bosses. In addition to that, how he does against Thanos. Another thing that I do not like about him is the fact that his 1, 2, and 3 just kind of leave him very exposed. The iframe on the 3 skill, it's too, like, I guess too slow, and the skill itself doesn't play out in a fluid motion for me, so I don't like that. In addition to the 2 skill, even though it gives him the fire resistance decrease and the heal, it roots him in place, and the heal is not as good as I thought it was going to be. I was hoping for at least like 10-15%, considering the fact that he's literally able to revive people, so I thought he would be able to give himself a substantial heal, right? Even Sharon Rogers now has a better heal than a character that's supposedly strong enough to revive himself and others multiple times. So that's kind of a problem for me. Real bummer there. But besides the fact that his 1, 2, and 3 just doesn't flesh out for me personally, overall I think he's actually a good character because of what he offers and because of how unique he is. I like unique paywall characters. However, he's kind of busted, so I don't necessarily like when paywall characters are really this busted. However, luckily or unluckily, this passive only applies to the Warriors of the Sky right now. However, he's basically just the first of many to come at some point in the future, because again, whenever something is really good and that Marvel sees, or the Marvel Future Fight team sees that that's a selling point, they will replicate it in the future to increase sales. So brace yourself. Eventually, the day will come when there is a character like the Syrian Sunbird in this game that can actually revive the demon that is Thanos. Brace yourself, because that day may be coming sooner than you think, right? A day when another character besides Jean Grey can revive Jean Grey. Imagine that. Imagine if this thing could actually apply to her. That's what I thought when I seen it at first. I was like, timeline is going to be even more chaotic than it was previously. Anyways, let's leave the talking alone for a little while. We'll jump into a little bit of gameplay. I don't have them set up the best right now because this is a test account. It is not my own. And keep in mind, everything you see here is subject to change. So if they want to nerf him, they can definitely do that. But it would be a bad move since he's a paywall. So that would cost them money. So I highly doubt they would nerf him. If anything, they would more than likely buff him. But who knows? Sometimes they just go out of left field and they just do whatever they want, right? For him, though, I really like the fact that his 4th skill, you can instantly cancel it. That gives you the paralysis and you can just cancel right into the 5th skill. And that will give you some defense down and a good amount of damage and invincibility for a couple seconds. So that's pretty dope. The cooldown time on it is incredibly long though, so it's very hard to consistently land that with a damage proc. However, you do have, once you get him up to level 70, you do have another skill that you can try to proc on, but the cooldown time on this thing is really long. And the thing is, I haven't been able to get any of these awakened crystals to drop for me, so it's not a guaranteed drop in World Boss. It seems very random, and it might actually be even rarer than CCF. Don't want to start a panic, but the thing is, most of you guys are probably not going to panic about that because 90% of you guys didn't care about these characters from the get-go. Anyways, let's jump into a little bit of gameplay. I want to show him off here and give you guys an idea of what he's capable of. It's not going to be a full, like, in-depth breakdown guide kind of video. I just wanted to give you guys my general off-the-top tips and like thoughts on the character thus far. All right, we're gonna go 4 right into the 5. Nice. Then we're gonna go team up. Hold up. he's out of range. Team up into the Sky Carrying attack. And in case you guys were wondering, yes, cooldown time affects the skill. So you can reduce the time from 60 seconds to 30 seconds, as you just saw. So in that sense, it may be better than a tier 3 skill, right? Because, hold up, we might even be able to lower it more depending on what the other levels offer, right? So it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens when one of these Warriors of the Sky characters actually get tier 3. Because then they're going to have 7 skills they can use. And the Sky Carrying attack may actually be able to charge their tier 3. Man. And you know, some of you guys may think, okay, I'm crazy for thinking about them getting tier 3. How crazy is Sharon Rogers getting another uniform? You never know. You know, next year type of thing. I'm not trying to speak it into existence, but I'm just being real. Like, these guys with this new Sky Carrying attack, I think they should be at the bottom when it comes to who gets tier 3 anytime soon. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to say the least, right? This kid is actually gonna turn out to be a standalone character that can put in work, and he's gonna turn out to be, hold up, an amazing support type, one of the best in the game. And when we get, hold up, more difficult content, he's gonna be one you want on your side. Definitely. Let's use the oh, come on. He runs slowly though. You can see. Oh my gosh. He runs super slow. Thank goodness for Blue Dragon with the leadership. I wish he had like a heal on his, hold up, on his 5th skill, because I absolutely hate using his 2 because it roots him in place and it's only 5%. Okay, he's gonna, ooh, I thought he was gonna die there, but it's okay. We're gonna go team up for the 4th, then the Sky Carrying Blast, which does a decent amount of damage when you catch it on the proc. However, the attack itself is super long, so it seems like it may be fitting for a rage, because you notice I triggered it while the CTP of energy, which I have on him right now, it's just like a 160 proc. It's not nothing crazy, right? I just wanted to see how he plays with it, because I think I want to give him one on my account. Actually, why did I do that? I completely forgot that he can revive, right? I'm playing off instincts and I need to adjust accordingly, but this kid is actually going to be a pretty amazing character, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Don't judge him based off the damage you see in this video, because again, everything you see here is subject to change. However, even though he has a pretty bad 1, 2, and 3, in my opinion, this big blast right here, right, definitely makes up for that and makes him a lot safer, especially considering the fact that he can revive when he dies. And you have the heal there, as small as it may be. I think they should bump it up to like 15%, or they should put another heal on the 5th skill right here. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap it up right here. Not much gameplay, I know, but I want to give you guys my thoughts on him overall, but I don't want to give you guys a super long video. So stay tuned for more when the update goes live. Till next time, stay safe. I love you guys. Peace out.